The Arctic, an endless expanse of ice and silence. Here, where temperatures plunge to -40 degrees and the sun disappears for months, only the strongest endure. And among them walks a legend, the polar bear. Welcome back to Animal Arcane, where today, we journey into the frozen wilderness to uncover the story of one of the planet's most powerful predators and one of its most vulnerable survivors. The polar bear, Ursus maritimus, is the largest land carnivore on Earth, a true apex predator of the Arctic. Adult males can weigh over 1,200 pounds and stand nearly 10 feet tall when on their hind legs. Yet despite their size, polar bears are graceful hunters, built not for the land, but for the sea. Their very name means sea bear, a title that speaks to their mastery of both ice and water. Their thick layer of blubber and dense fur act as armor against the cold, while black skin beneath their white coat absorbs heat from the sun. Their paws, enormous and fur-lined, function as both snowshoes and paddles, propelling them through freezing seas for miles in search of seals, their primary prey. But what makes the polar bear remarkable isn't just its strength, it's its patience. A single hunt can last hours, even days. They wait silently at breathing holes in the ice, motionless as statues, until a seal surfaces for air. Then, in a lightning-fast strike, the bear's jaws snap shut, an ancient dance of survival in a world defined by extremes. Yet, beneath this image of power lies a growing tragedy. The Arctic is melting, faster than ever before. The sea ice that polar bears depend on to hunt is disappearing. Each year, they are forced to swim longer distances, often hundreds of miles, just to find food. Many do not survive the journey. Mothers with cubs face the hardest battles, hungry, exhausted, and stranded on shrinking islands of ice. Polar bears have become symbols of climate change, not by choice, but by consequence. Once rulers of an endless white kingdom, they now represent what humanity stands to lose if the ice disappears. Scientists warn that by the end of this century, 2/3 of the polar bear population could vanish unless global warming slows. But there's hope. Conservation efforts are underway, from protecting Arctic habitats to reducing greenhouse gas emissions. Indigenous communities and researchers are working hand in hand to monitor bear populations and preserve the icy wilderness they call home. And across the world, people are beginning to understand that saving the polar bear isn't just about saving a single species, it's about protecting an entire ecosystem. Polar bears are more than just hunters, they are survivors, parents, and guardians of one of Earth's last great frontiers. Despite the challenges, their story is one of endurance and adaptation. They remind us that nature's strength lies not in its dominance, but in its resilience. So the next time you see a photo of a polar bear standing alone on a drifting iceberg, remember, that image isn't just a symbol of loss. It's a call to action, a reminder that the choices we make today will shape the Arctic's tomorrow. Here at Animal Arcane, we believe the polar bear's roar must not fade into silence. Because when the ice melts, it's not just their world that changes, it's ours too.